And now I give the floor to Lebanon.
Madam Chairperson, the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development can only be achieved by implementing all goals and targets in a comprehensive manner. Hence, the empowerment of women and girls should be mainstreamed in a gender perspective in all policies and programs at all levels in order to enhance economic growth and productivity and ensure no one is left behind. Transforming the world of work for women requires the elimination of structural barriers and discriminatory laws and social stigmas to create equal economic opportunities and outcomes. It also requires the protection against discrimination and violence, including sexual harassment in the workplace and in education, and enhancing and protecting women's health and reproductive rights as a fundamental prerequisite for their full economic empowerment. In this regard, it's more urgent than ever to continue working for the total elimination of all forms of violence against women and girls in both the public and private spheres. Lebanon believes in the essential role of civil society, especially women's rights organizations, as well as the necessity for a full engagement of men and boys at all levels for the achievement of gender equality and the empowerment of women and girls. There is still a long way to go to move from the de jure equality, often present in legislations, to a substantive equality. The social recognition of women's economic rights is indeed essential, as well as the spreading of this knowledge and the refuting of stereotyped attitudes and divisions of roles in both the private and public spheres, such as the unpaid and informal care roles, still disproportionately performed mainly by women and girls. Madam Chairperson, the world of work is also changing in significant ways, especially with the digital and information and communications technologies. Education remains the key to leaving no one behind, with goals such as quality education, long life training, and digital literacy for women and girls to adapt to the new requirements and new opportunities of the changing world of work, and to break the cycle of persistent feminization of poverty. Madam Chairperson, the Lebanese labor law, issued in 1946 and amended in 2000, prohibits all forms of discrimination between men and women in the workplace concerning employment, remuneration, promotions and raises, vocational training and attire. There are no legal restrictions for women in Lebanon to step up their own businesses and engage in income-generating activities. In fact, 40% of Lebanese judges are women, and 60% of graduates in sciences are women. Most recently, a draft law on sexual harassment was introduced by Lebanon's First Minister of State for Women's Affairs. While Lebanon has ratified relevant international instruments, including ILO conventions, the Lebanese government has also committed in its policy statement to the promotion and protection of women's, girls, and rights. Education for all, combating discrimination and violence in all its forms, and political and economic full participation are among its priorities. Finally, needless to remind that the humanitarian crisis Lebanon is hosting, with the presence of 1.5 million Syrian and Palestinian refugees, remains a fundamental challenge to its efforts for social and economic growth. Nevertheless, Lebanon continues to work in close cooperation with all regional and international partners to achieve these goals.
I thank the permanent representative of Lebanon for his statement.